Don't let your language wash your brain. At this point, you might object. You want people to believe that underlying the visible phenomena of the universe, there is a realm of the physical reality that doesn't consist of material things or fields of energy, but of ideas or mathematical forms, and that these forms are real, but nobody can see them. No matter, no energy, just ideas, mathematical forms, or patterns that exist as hidden states in all things, and everything that we can see comes out of them? You must be kidding me. Your reaction, if you indeed reacted in this way, is quite normal. There is something in us that leads us to expect, without even thinking about it, that only material things are real. That things, to be real, must be made of the stuff, matter, to be of significance. I think that our language has a lot to do with our attitude, because it tells us that if a thing isn't important, it does not matter. What does that mean? It means that if it isn't made of the matter, or if it isn't made of the matter, it isn't important. Think about the way you express yourself. What do you mean, for example, when you say something doesn't matter, or that it is immaterial? You are effectively saying that the things to which you are referring doesn't contain any matter. But that isn't what you mean. You mean that it isn't important. So somehow your language leads you to think that to be material and to be important are one and the same thing. But that isn't necessarily true. Think of how many things are important in your life that have nothing to do with matter. To some extent, all languages have a built-in hidden ideology, washing people's brain in a way that they don't notice. Materialism, that is a belief that only matter is real, is a brainwash of our language that tells us that only materialism is a reasonable way to look at the world. Thus, that is possible to think that the Newton's physics and Darwin's biology, two of the most powerful formulation of the materialism of our history, weren't inspired by the facts of nature, but by the language of their authors. So if you find it annoying that some esoteric branch of physics, quantum physics, wants you to believe that images or mathematical forms aren't irrelevant, even though they are without substance, then consider how your language influences your attitude. Yes. There is a general lesson to be learned from this. When people disagree on some issue and try to find a consensus, they will often propose to consider a given matter objectively. But we can be objective about anything only to the extent that our language will allow us to do so. In a globalizing world, this is a Babylonian confusion. Oh wow. It is a Babylonian confusion and challenge that we have to deal with. Oh.